I'm getting my rifle up, getting ready to shoot, you know, I'm so excited. No sooner do I put the crosshairs on this doe than Wes drops something and runs the deer off. And I'm sitting there thinking that, you know, there goes my chance of shooting a doe.
You know, being in the Army, I mean, you're an 18-year veteran of the Army. I mean, you know the camaraderie that you build with your soldiers and fellow soldiers.
I joined the Army in February 1990. I've been in 18 years now. As a matter of fact, the end of February this year makes 18. And I've been in units like the 1st Armored Division, 4th Infantry Division, 1st Cavalry Division, and I was a drill sergeant. I've been an Army recruiter, and I deployed to Iraq with the 4th Infantry Division, and I was hurt, was sent to San Antonio at Fort Sam Houston, the Brooke Army Medical Center, and I had always wanted to stay in the Army for 20 years, and hopefully if everything goes right, I'll be able to achieve that. I was in the lead vehicle of a 3-vehicle patrol, and I was in the truck commander seat, which is the right front passenger seat, and basically in charge of the whole convoy and security and basically the whole mission. We were en route to look for a possible weapons cache, and we had made this left turn onto this one street, and we were just driving down the road. I was looking on the horizon through some binoculars, and I think at the time we were in between conversations, and I just told my gunner to sit down, and we hit an IED, or we were hit by an IED that was sitting on the right side of the road. I believe it was remote detonated by somebody watching us drive down the road. I woke up the next day, and I was talking to a flight nurse, and he kind of informed me that my legs were gone, and I pretty much knew that they were gone, but it's still knowing that they were completely gone was kind of a shock. Being in the Army, you're always outside, it seems like, and to be able to come back outside and just be out here to enjoy the camaraderie with some people that like to do what you like to do and just have a good time outside. It's just a good feeling to know that you can still do that.
All right, Dan, let's do it today. All right. I'm feeling it.
I'm a little tired, a little wore out from the day before. So we get all our gear on, and we head out to the truck.
It's about 5:30 a.m. and probably 15 degrees outside.
Face protection.
Well, the weather changed a little bit last night. We've probably got a half-inch ice on the ground. The wind's still blowing. It's sleeting right now.
My expectations are high for this day, and I'm really prepared to go out and get a good deer.
We're in a little better spot, I think. The wind's just right. It was a little icy getting into the blind, but Dan made it just fine, so we're starting to hunt. Lane and Cody are still in the woods behind us in a good recon position. They're going to let me know when the right buck walks in. The sun's starting to come up. We're starting to see a few deer. I look over to the left side of the field, and oh my God.
It's a parade of bucks. We have 5, 6, maybe 7 bucks coming in, and they're lined up smallest to biggest, and each one was a lot more massive than the one before it.
We start seeing all these deer, you know, there's bucks, there's doe, you know, and I'm getting pretty excited.
He's huge, just almost a perfect typical. That's a huge buck.
It's cold, I'm shaking, and I'm wondering why why Wes hasn't picked out a deer, why he hasn't told me which deer to shoot, and I'm just waiting for him to give me the thumbs up.
We're sitting there watching these bucks. They're all out there in a little group. And Lane tells me which one he chooses. I have to ask him again. And before I text Wes, I show Lane my little text message to make sure I have the right deer, because this thing's huge.
I get my message that the palmated deer in the middle of the herd is Dan's buck of a lifetime. So I lean over to Dan and I say,
You see the buck walking to the right? That's got the broke horn on the right side. Well, we didn't quite tell you the whole truth. This is a hunt of a lifetime for you, and that's your buck. Yeah. So why don't you go ahead and get your rifle? Let's try to be quiet and get your rifle, and let's pull it up and get on this deer. And when he turns broadside, we'll take the shot. All right? All right?
So now I'm shaking, not from the cold, but because I got this big deer in front of me. So I get my gun up. I finally get my crosshairs on this big buck that I can't believe I'm getting ready to shoot. And he's facing me. And I have to wait a few more seconds for him to present a better target.
Yeah, he's pacing. Let's go ahead and get your rifle ready.
So the buck finally turns. He's moving. Wes stops him.
Okay, get ready.
I finally get my crosshairs on this big buck that I can't believe I'm getting ready to shoot. And he's facing me. And I have to wait a few more seconds for him to present a better target.
Yeah, he's pacing. Let's go ahead and get your rifle ready.
So the buck finally turns. He's moving. Wes stops him.
Okay, get ready.
And I hammer him.
What do you think about that, dude? That was a good shot. Did I hit him? Yeah, you hit him.
Looks like Dan just killed a monster of a buck. I'm gonna wait a few minutes and go and look. You can hear the guys in here kind of celebrating a little bit too.
I just pulled the trigger on the biggest buck of my life. It was time to go look for some blood.
I don't think Dan's ever walked this fast in his life, especially after his injuries. We're going up here to find this blood on this buck that I know he made an awesome shot on. This is one exciting moment.
That was unbelievable. You know, out here at the 5F, the deer are just, they're unreal. I've never seen anything like this. Yeah. This is just insane. Right here, we got rib, a good lung blood. Look at that.
I look up ahead. It looks like a tree branch on the ground.
Not 40 yards from where I made the shot, we spot our buck.
I can see horn. He didn't go 100 yards far at all. My goodness. Look at that deer. What do you think about your doe?
This is the prettiest doe I've ever seen, man.
This was a good doe hunt?
Oh man, this is the best.
This is a trophy of a lifetime.
You ain't lying, man. This is awesome. We got up this morning and you know, got everything ready, packed up our stuff, kind of slid down the sidewalk trying to get into the truck and stuff, and you know, came out to the blind before light, kind of sat there, got situated, and you know, we saw our first deer come out, but you know, the light wasn't right, so we decided to wait a little bit, you know, and you know, we saw, you know, a buck, you know, 4-point buck, another spike, and you know, and I wasn't paying much attention to the horns. I was looking for does, and you know, as soon as we saw this guy come out, and Wes looks over to me, and as soon as we saw him come out, he's like, you know, that's the one, and I couldn't believe it.
I want you to know that a good friend of mine with Radar's Taxidermy in Eunice, New Mexico, has offered to put this deer on the wall for you at no charge. We'll get him on the wall and he'll be good to go for many years to come.
Good to go, man. That is so awesome. Thank you, guys.
Hey, you know what? Thank you, man. We appreciate what you've done.
Thank you.
Lane, we appreciate you.
What Lane let Dan shoot, well, it's something we'll all remember forever.
This trip has been absolutely amazing. You know, I'd like to thank the guys at Veterans Outdoors for making this all happen, and you know, just totally surprising me, catching me off guard. The people here at the 5F Ranch are just great. They're awesome people, and I can't believe I got to shoot the buck of a lifetime.
This was a hunt of a lifetime, not only for Dan, but also for us. He shot a massive buck. Lane, the ranch owner, was unbelievable.
He knew he was coming on a hunt, but he had no idea he was getting flown out here to a ranch of this magnitude and getting to shoot a buck like this.
This trip has been amazing. I could not have asked for a better time.